Okay, boys and girls, and those who haven't decided yet, it's the microphone for the Stroboconn. It's interesting, the stem on the microphone base here is actually made of wood. How cool is that? And it kind of has a twist lock down here into the bottom. I don't see that it comes off the head, but not that that really matters that much. So anyway, this is the microphone, and I was told it doesn't work. So let's check and see if it doesn't work, and then if it doesn't work, we'll deal with it. So I plugged it into channel 18 of our PV board, and our PV board is all turned up and the gain's up, and it's on channel 18, and I talk in it and I don't get any bouncy meters. So yeah, dude was correct, this microphone doesn't work. So let's break into it and see why it doesn't work. Okay, so we have our very cheap meter on continuity beat. I got some better probes for our very cheap meter, so now our very cheap meter has less cheap probes on it. The other one's actually broke while I was fixing some electrical work. Okay, so let's start in here. That looks messy. Let's see if the tip and ring are actually shorted. No. The tip and ring are not shorted. At least in here. Let's see if they're shorted back here. I don't think so. No. Ring does have continuity back through. Tip does have continuity back through. Okay. So this end connector, messy or not, seems to be okay. So let's go check the other end and see what gives. Put that back together. With that reassembled, let's make sure it didn't short itself. Yep. Okay. So now we got to look in here and we'll see what we can find. These little bitty flatheads are an adventure. At least they're coming out. I would hate to have to fight this tooth and nail. And it appears that this is held in place by a little screw back here. Okay. Oops, that other one fell out, so we'll hang on to that. Okay, so we're going to pull this through here. And we have a Shure cartridge. Okay, so this microphone is a Shure. And it says 549 there. Okay, so that's nice. Let's see if we have any, if we have good continuity from front to back here. So we'll go red to tip. No. Let's try the ground. The ground has continuity. The tip does not. Okay, so that is a good, that's a good omen for us here. Or maybe it's, I don't know, let's see, if I put my, no, hold on. Alright, let's try it from here. Oh no, it's just that this, I wasn't making good contact down here. So we do have continuity. Drat. Let's see. Yeah, we do have continuity, we just have some flux buildup over here that's ugly. perhaps our cartridge here is a problem. That's a bummer. We'll play with it for a few minutes. See you in a few. Okay, so we already determined it was broken and didn't work, so I decided to take it apart. And I was actually very, very careful at first, and then essentially this is the piezo crystal part over here, and it's just disintegrating. I mean, it was just in really sorry shape. So I was just curious. I mean, I know we're going to have to get an element for this. So curiosity got the better of me just to see if, you know, either of these legs was disconnected or something like that, and that's not the case. So we're going to try to find a piezo element for these. These old microphones, some of them are commanding a king's ransom nowadays, just because of, apparently everybody thinks that harmonica players have a lot of money and they love old crystal microphones, but the elements and stuff are available as replacement parts, and there are people that have old ones in stock. So if we're lucky, we'll be able to get a deal on one here in a few days, and we'll go from there. But my guess is that this was able to get moisture in it, and that caused that to disintegrate. But you know, who's to say? So we'll find a appropriate similar crystal element, and we'll restore this mic so it looks all original, even though it might not be, but we won't tell anybody. We can find an original part. This one was Shure 99A47. 99B47, from what I understand, is just an updated part number and is virtually the same type of element. So something to that effect should work. So we'll get one of those and then we'll Okay, boys and girls. The Strobo tuners want a very high impedance type microphone that has a very high output, which is what that would have been with its crystal cartridge. But its crystal cartridge was shot, like really shot. A dynamic cartridge like you would find in your typical ice cream cone mic isn't going to work without transformers and other things. I'd really like to find, and I actually have located a crystal cartridge that would fit that, but it's just a matter of dollars and cents, and it's not that I can't, it's that I'm gritting my teeth as to whether or not I want to. You know how that kind of thing can be. But in the meantime, I have this Shure Hercules thing. This is a CR80 something, CR8, the stamp is poop. CR8 something. CR81, CR-81, that's what that says, I think. But it's actually a dynamic mic, but it has the same high-Z output. So I put the appropriate connector on it, and it seems to work with the Strobo tuners very, very well. So we'll pack this in with the case for a little while, and then we can relax a little bit, because I don't have a Strobo tuner without an appropriate mic. This is a very appropriate mic. It's very sensitive, and it can hear at a decent distance. So this is good for the Strobo tuner. Okay, so we'll see you in a few days when we round up a appropriate cartridge for our Conn mic, which looks like it was probably like a Shure 701, I think.